Hello everyone, I'm going to be talking to you about the NFL and how football works and how it is played and everything. So how the game works, there's 11 players on defense and 11 players on offense. Both of the teams compete against each other to score points, and when they score the points, it's either in a touchdown, which can be done by completing a pass and running through the end zone, which is approximately 100 yards from the end zone to the other end zone. Both of the teams will go against each other. They can also score a field goal, which is kicked through the uprights, which there is a big post that looks like a fork in the end zone, and the kicker has to kick the ball through the uprights to make those 3 points count. Then there's also a safety, which happens if the opposing team, the team on defense, tackles one of the offensive players in the end zone, and then that will result in a safety, which is 2 points. There are 4 downs to get a first down, and if you do not complete those, then it will be a turnover on downs, which will lead to the other team getting the ball. For offense and defense, there are 11 positions. Offense, there's 5 offensive linemen, the tackles, the center, and then the guards. Then there's also a quarterback, a running back, and 2 to 3 wide receivers. Sometimes there's only 2 wide receivers, and then there will be also a tight end and another tight end. But depending on the formation of the team, it will depend on what they use and who they use. On defense, there's also 11 players. When the team is on defense, there's a safety, 2 corners, which are most likely going to be smaller players. And then there's defensive linemen, which are the bigger players. There's the ends, and then there's the inside ends. And there's also linebackers that may be on the ends of the line. Then in the middle of the field, there's linebackers. There's a middle linebacker, there's a right outside linebacker, and there's a left outside linebacker. Those are usually the medium-sized players. Then, after all of this is brought together, the teams will compete against each other. The first thing that happens in a football game is the kickoff. So 11 players will line up and kick the football down the field towards the opposite team, and they will try to either return it, take a knee in the end zone, which will result in them going to the 25-yard line, or they will go from the end zone and try to score or go as far as possible. So, you may ask, what does football, where does it come from? What type of league is it? It's the NFL. It consists of 32 teams, and it holds a combine every year, which will result in players competing to get a starting job or get chosen in the draft, and depending on how they do at the combine will result in what pick they will get chosen at. They also hold a draft every year. The draft this year is in Las Vegas, and when they do the draft, the teams who did the worst will get the first picks, and the teams who did the best will get the last picks. After all this is done too, the teams will have a chance to either sign them to a rookie contract or invite them to a training camp or do other things like that. Thank you for listening. This was my informative speech on football. Thank you.